Hello, my name is Ms. B, and I'm excited to be your instructor for Wow, Look What I Wrote Today during Kids College at El Camino this summer. I can't wait to hear all of your stories and help you make your writing something that you want to share with everyone. As a matter of fact, you'll say, wow, look what I wrote today. Today, I'm here to offer you a tip. One of the hardest things we have to do as writers is just thinking about what we want to write about. So today, I want you to look for somewhere that you can generate many ideas for writing. Could be in your head, could be in your heart, could be in your phone, could be in your tablet. As a matter of fact, your phone or your tablet is probably the best place that you can find ideas for writing. How many of you have pictures on your phone? I know I have plenty. And pictures are the best place that you can look to generate ideas for writing. There's an old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and they truly are. They capture a small moment in time, but a wonderful story can be generated from just that small moment in time. Today, I want you to write with me. I want you to take a picture that you may have in your phone and your tablet. If you don't have a picture in your phone or a tablet, you can draw a picture. And if you can't draw a picture, you can just go get a picture out of a magazine. But I want you to take that picture, and we're going to go through an exercise where you're looking at that picture, you're thinking about that picture, and you're going to generate a story about that picture. So here's what you're going to need. First, you will need a pencil. You need a piece of paper, a writing journal, or a notebook. I like to use a writing journal because it allows me to not just write about one picture, but several pictures. And then I'll have a collection of stories that maybe I'll continue to write about later on. And then the other thing that you need is a picture from your photo collection. That can be a printed picture or it can be a digital picture. If it's a digital picture, you may want to print it out, especially if you're using a journal or a notebook. It can be any picture you choose. Maybe it's a picture of you playing with a sibling like these two friends here. Maybe it's a picture of you with a group of friends and you're doing an activity like these friends here. Maybe it's a picture that you see on your tablet and you thought, wow, I think I want to write a story about that picture. Or maybe it's a picture of an event that you were at, sporting event, or maybe a sporting event for a sibling or a friend. Once you have that picture, I want you to put it in the center of the paper or your notebook and just take a look at it. As you take a look at it, I want you to think about the words that describe what happened right before that picture was taken. I want you to use your 5 senses to think about words that describe what you saw, what you heard, what you smelled, what you tasted, what you touched or felt during that moment when you took the picture. So here's my picture. This is a picture of a day I went to San Diego. And when I look at this picture, I can think about the moments before that picture and what I was doing. I can think about the people who were there. I can think about what the wind felt like that day. I can think about the sun. It was shining that day. And so as I think about the picture, as I'm looking at the picture, I'm going to think about some words that picture evokes, what feelings that picture makes me feel on the inside. And I'm just going to jot those words down. So here, I pasted my picture in the middle of my notebook. And I just wrote a web of words around it. I like to use webs. I like to connect the words to my pictures, and you can do the same thing. Or if you just want to list the words on the side or on another piece of paper, that's fine too. But I like to use a web. I think it makes it look a little fancy. And so when I think about this picture, I can remember that it was windy, it was sunny, it was hot. There were seagulls. I heard the seagulls screeching. There were seals on the rocks or a rocky surface. And the feeling that I had was just amazing because I was there spending time with my family. This picture was taken from a boat. So I am on the boat and I am looking out, and I snapped that picture. And so once you have all of those words, now you have words that you can put into sentences, and those sentences will then become your story. So just by looking at that picture, you now have an idea of what you can write about, and you also have thought about that story of this picture in your head. And so after you look at those pictures and you generate those words, you're going to use those words to make sentences about the story that was happening in that picture. And so here's my story based on those words that I generated from looking at that picture. So I thought about those words and how I can put them together. And I always like to start my stories by describing what was happening, because it helps the reader really get into what you want to write about. And the goal of writing is to be able to share it and communicate with others. And I always want other people to read and enjoy my writing. So I like to describe what was happening in detail. And so here's what I wrote. I took that word sunny and hot, and I talked about what it was like that day. Windy, because that was what I felt. I felt that wind blowing across my face. And it was a little odd because it was windy and sunny. But we were on the water and there was lots of wind. The other thing that I put was screeching, and the seagulls, because there were many of them. And boy, were they screeching. And then those seals that were on that rocky surface. So here's what I wrote. It was a hot, sunny day, but the wind blew all around me. I could hear the seagulls screeching above my head. I saw the seals on a rocky surface. It felt amazing to be spending time with my family. It was an amazing day. I guess I had to use amazing twice because it really was an amazing day. But I know as a writer, I would go back to that and maybe change that word. And so there you have it. I started my story, or a draft of my story, based on an idea that I got just from looking at this picture. And so I'm going to save this story. And of course, I really want to turn this story into something great. I know that you have many stories generated from pictures or the ideas in your head that you want to make great as well. And so I hope that you will join us at Kids College for Wow, Look What I Wrote Today. We're going to have a lot of fun learning how to make your writing better so that you can share it with your friends and family and say, wow, look what I wrote today. So we'll hope to see you in summer. Have an amazing day and have fun writing.